Hey guys, what is up? It's me, Lori from Tiori, and welcome back to another episode of Vlogged Heart. So let's get this thing started. Royal really treasures those who are important to him. Would you believe that he used to smile a lot? Yeah, I can't believe that. Lily hadn't noticed my pain expression, so I tried to keep it a secret, forcing out a laugh at her last question. That guy knows how to smile? Yes, but... We started up the stairs to the second floor, our pace slowing as Lily's story continued. After the curse was cast upon us, his smile disappeared. I can't blame him. He's lost some very important people in his life. My shoulders slumped at her words, but I quickly straightened up. You mean gold? Lily nodded. Well, yes, but others too. He lost his parents twice. If you think about it, the previous butler was like a father to him. I glanced at the clothes I was carrying, recalling something from when I had first came here. Dion had mentioned that their butler was long gone. What happened to him? Pausing, Lily took a deep breath, as if trying to form words. He was one of those who attempted to escape into the forest. Royal. He witnessed his adoptive father die in front of him. I flinched as tears began to blur my vision. I rolled away some painful memory from my father's death. Well, we were toys at the time, so no one felt pain when they died. How do you know you haven't died yet, Lily? Still, it was awful. One moment they were with us, and next, they were gone. Trying not to dissolve into sobs of empathy, I didn't lift my foot up in time and fell forward on the stairs. Ow! My attempt to protect the basket failed, and I ended up slipping all of the laundry over the hardwood floor. Oh no! Great! Miss Aura, are you alright? Giving her a yes, I set the basket down and moved to quickly refold the clothes that I scattered. Lily placed her basket aside and helped. The pile slowly reduced. I noticed a small, beautiful dress adorned with delicate lacing and trim laying in the heap. Oh, this is beautiful. Did you make it? Lily shook her head as she took it into her lap, folding the dress, preventing wrinkles from forming before it could be hung. Oh no, I'm actually very bad at sewing. Believe it or not, this masterpiece is a work of Prince Sol. He really outdid himself on this one. Even as Lily placed the dress back in the basket, I stared at it, awestruck. The pattern was so intricate. Back when Royal injured his arm as a teddy bear, I hadn't expected that what Sol meant by knowing how to sew also included designing dresses too. You mean he... Yes, Prince Sol is especially good. He has been fond of designing dresses since we were young. When Lady Gold turned into a doll, he felt helpless, but decided that she should at least be able to wear a beautiful dress every day until the curse was broken. I clasped my hand together and sighed. It was sweet of Sol to dedicate his time to creating new clothing for his sister. Even with her heart locked away somewhere, I knew Gold must be able to feel the love from the special people in her life. That's amazing. Lily nodded, resuming folding the clothes I've dropped. I quickly started again, though. Oh, never mind. I quickly started again as well, though I looked over to her when a small sigh escaped her lips. Oh, how I wish she saw a dress just for me. Lily hugged the second dress to her chest, her eyes gazing at it longingly. Have you told him? Regaining her senses, her hand swiftly folded the dress and then moved on to the next article of clothing, but not before casting a sideways glance at me. Told him what? Your feelings, you're in love with him, aren't you? She rushed forward in an alarm, leaning over the basket laundry between us so she could press her hands on my mouth. Her cheeks flushed scarlet in an instant. Oh, you're so cute, Lily. How did you know? Am I really that obvious? When she didn't show any signs of removing her hands, I reached up and pulled them down. Her fingers were trembling a little, so I gave them a little gentle squeeze. Frankly, yes, but I don't know why Soul hasn't noticed. It could be that he's really oblivious, or he's just pretending not to know. Her blue eyes opened wide, her pupils contracting to the pinprickles in the light. What are pinprickles? The blush spreads your ears. What? This is so embarrassing. Lily, wait! I tried to hold her hand, but Lily was already running before I could finish my sentence. I'm sorry for the sniffles. Giggling a little, I finished gathering the laundry and went to deliver the basket by myself. Thanks, Lily. She's so cute. I do hope that her feelings won't end up hurting her. So, what are you really thinking? Even after a week, I still continued to mull over what Lily had told me about Royal. I knew he was capable of smiling, but I never thought he used to do it so much. And somehow, I really wanted to see him smile more. Not only would he be less scary, but his face might be sort of cute, with his mouth curled up. I was soon determined to bring a smile to Royal's face. So far, however, I've been completely unsuccessful. I hadn't seen much of him either after having been assigned to different chores since that laundry day. Even so, I wasn't going to give up. I wandered the halls during my scheduled break, trying to think of new ways to find him smile. Smirks didn't count. I was so wrapped up in my musings that I didn't hear the mischievous patter of footsteps with two hands shot out and tickled my sides from behind. Boo! Gah! Dion! I attempted to glare at the oldest deluxe son, but my heart was beating too fast, and soon my startled blush caused him to laugh even harder. You're so cute when you're flustered. His smile was dazing and amused. My cheeks burned at his unexpected comment. You looked deep in thought. I couldn't resist. I didn't know what to say. My heart was still pounding from the surprise of being tickled. It had only been a playful grab, but it was embarrassing all the same. My cheeks stayed flushed, but I quickly remembered that Royal and Dion were close. They seemed to argue often, but it had always seemed like Dion was only teasing Royal. Maybe this was my chance. Wait, is it true that Royal smiled before? He looked thoughtful. Yeah, and he had the most sinister smile I had ever seen. At least that was the one he wore most of the time. I giggled, wondering what the reasons would make him smile that way. Dion tipped his head to the side. Why the sudden interest? I pursed my lips and gave him a quick glare. Even his question has a teasing hint to it. When my actions seemed to have no effect on him, I gave up and answered in response. Because he's always so gloomy, and well, I really just want to make him smile again. You still think of his happiness despite his cold attitude towards you. You're one weird girl. Well, Dion, I am. Dion's smile was still bright and silly, but I noticed something different about his eyes, almost as though he was relieved to hear my answer. I tried to defend myself. It's because he's been carrying such a heavy weight on his shoulders. I want him to realize that there are many wonderful people who care about him. Dion still didn't answer, though his smile softened as he thought about my response. Just as I was about to ask him what was on his mind, he opened his mouth to speak. Do you care for him? Of course, and I will bring back his smile. I responded immediately because I was so earnest. I earnestly wanted to restore that smile. Do you like him? Yeah. Wait, what? No way! I turned my head to the side, trying to hide the color rising to my cheeks. But it wasn't untrue. I did like Royal, at least a little bit. I've always felt something special when I was around him, but it was only now when it had been put into words that I finally knew what that feeling truly was. The more I thought on this realization, the more embarrassed I felt. Dion started laughing even harder. You're cuter when you blush. Well, good luck with that. Good luck with what? I spun towards Royal's voice. He walked up behind me without a sound, much like Dion had done earlier. Lately, I started thinking that the reason the man of the house excelled at being sneaky was to escape Miss Maria, and the series of incidents proved it. I could feel my blush deepening when Royal looked between Dion and I, his eyebrows quirky. Royal! Taking advantage of this distraction, Dion leaned in close from behind and whispered into my ears. Now's your chance to make him smile. Thanks, Dion. I shivered a little as his breath tickled. I whispered back to him, my heart thumping. I didn't mean it literally. My mission had suddenly gotten harder. Royal slipped form into a frown, and he crossed his arms, telegraphing his annoyance. He used to have the same expression on me, endlessly, in the last month or so. Great. All my work down the drain. You're both acting weird. I guess birds of a feather do flock together, huh? I flinched. That sounded really bad. Royal, never say that again. His tone sounded unreasonably sharp, and I thought I heard an edge of bitterness as well. Why is he acting this way? What? Shifting to my side, Dion stared at me with anticipation in his eyes. I noticed Royal's nose crinkle, but I had to face Dion first. What? You have a mission to do, right? Beaming, Dion set his hands on his hips in anticipation of my first move. My heart sunk out of control as the idea that I had to do something to Royal sunk in. As time passed, Royal's frown deepened. What mission? I pressed my lips into a line, not knowing what to say, and absently began flushing with the hem of my dress in embarrassment. Dion flashed us the most innocent smile I had seen on him yet. After a moment, Royal huffed into a disgust and spun around to leave. I don't need to waste my time, fools. Dion looked at me pointedly and I nodded. I knew I'd lose my chance if I didn't act. I don't know. Well guys, thanks for watching. I'm gonna end it here. Thank you so much for watching again. Make sure to click that like button and subscribe to my channel. See you guys soon. Bye!